Yeah.
Insane, bro.
Bro, did you watch SummerSlam?
Right, so I am planning to. I'm hoping to watch because today I do. I want to watch it. I didn't watch Raw, and I didn't watch SummerSlam, but I am looking to watch it because I've seen enough of the highlights of it and the videos of it to know from the clips what happened. But I want to see it myself still before I go back and watch Monday Night Raw because watching a Monday night after a pay-per-view was a big deal, right? And so it at least feels like it has that vibe to it now though, man. So I still plan on doing it though.
Bro, some classic WWE tropes, like some storyline payoffs that were great. I'm not gonna spoil anything, but I will say,
Man, Fred, listen, I don't you know me. Don't I don't have no issue with you getting straight
all
to
right,
it.
all right. First of all, night one, uh, so the night one was the main event was Gunther and CM Punk. Real good match. Real good match. It was like an old school WWE match though, like where it's not a lot of real big moves, but the storytelling within the match was dope. And
Gunther don't got a lot of big moves too, by the
he
way. That's
don't,
why.
but here's the thing. One thing that even though you don't like him, one thing about Gunther though, he is very consistent. Like he like wrestlers that like I've heard Bubba Ray talk about him. Like when you hear other people talk about Gunther, they just like, yo, he goaded, bro. And I know
So
you hate.
listen, he is consistent, right? Because I think he's boring every single time. Like there's never not been a time where I didn't think he was bored. So I give him consistency though, bro.
Okay. So anyway, they had it to where CM Punk just couldn't get none of his stuff off. I mean, that boy Gunther was stopping him every which way. And then they had this turn to where Gunther was standing on the desk and CM Punk was able to swipe his leg and he fell. And when he came up, he was busted open. And so he's just like, oh, like just couldn't believe he was bleeding. And you just had this little shred of hope that CM Punk was going to win. And somehow he pulls it off. And it was dope because he did the go to sleep the first time. And when he hit it, Gunther hit his head back, like his head went back and he spit up in the air. It just, how like when the Rock takes the rock bottom, he does
Yeah,
the
yeah,
flip.
yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
when he hit it, and he was like dazed because he wouldn't fall backwards. And so CM Punk grabbed him again and did it again, and finally got him to tap. And so they got this whole moment because they like, yo, CM Punk ain't held a title since this time. He is sitting up here just like in tears, holding it, bro, and they are just letting it. They just like you probably about to see the logo and everything. And man, that boy. And so the build up though. So then you got Seth Rollins who recently got hurt. You know what I'm saying? He was on main event. He was fighting LA Knight, and they had to call an audible. Like he got hurt. The ref had threw up the X sign. The doctor came out and he was like, yo, my knee, my knee. So they was like, all right, we got to just wrap the match up. So he kind of like stood up and he's like hobbling. LA Knight does his finisher and boom, it's over. Like, and so everybody's been like speculating, like, bro, is
You
this
think
dude
that was a work? Was that a work against
not,
LA Knight?
not with LA Knight? Like, I don't like nobody knows the details, but I'm talking about they are. I mean, they selling it, bro. I'm talking about every time he's out, he's on crutches. He went up to Rich Eisner show. He's doing the whole bit, right? So
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
so CM Punk just won. He is in tears, and he hears Rollins' music hit, bro. And everybody, he's coming out on the crutches. And so then the Walrus comes out with the briefcase, bro. And he's standing on top of there and he's pointing at the briefcase. And Seth Rollins was like, hey, when I get healthy, I'm letting you know I'm cashing in on you. So he turns around, is about to walk out, and then he stands there, puts them arms out, let the crutches fall, turns around, pulls the brace off. Everybody is losing it, bro. I'm talking about they screaming hard. They screaming hard. He takes the jacket off, grabs the briefcase, runs down to the ring, bro, slides the briefcase to the ref. She's like, hey, he cashing it in. That boy took the briefcase and started beating CM Punk with the briefcase, bro. turned him over, pinned him, and won the belt, bro. Everybody was like, "Oh!" So that is a storyline going into not the Raw. So I'll leave that for you to see because
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
there's a storyline piece for that. But it was dope just because they built it up like CM Punk gotta win this. Like you don't bring CM Punk back to WWE and he don't get a belt. But
Yeah.
at the same time, it's that long storyline stuff because you know that him and CM Punk really don't rock with each other. They got history. They brought the history up on the Unreal thing on
Mhm.
Netflix. So it's so dope. So it's the one up on CM Punk. Because here's the thing. It's like when CM Punk um Roman Reigns and Seth fought at WrestleMania, that was the thing that CM Punk always said. Like, since I've been back in the WWE, bro, you ain't beat me yet. So it was like that stamp. And then what it does, you can now build up a WrestleMania match with CM Punk and Seth, and hopefully CM Punk can pull it off. But it's just that the long term storyline booking, bro. So
Yeah,
then
yeah. That's
uh
good. Good slow burn, bro. Very good
it
slow burn.
it was great, but the swerve because, like you said, he was like he said, "Man, Becky Lynch was so mad at me because he went back on the Rich Eisner show and they was like, bro, like really, like you came on the show, you hobbled all in here, like you had us all believing you talking about you didn't schedule your surgery and all the stuff." And he was like, "Yeah," he said, "The only thing," he said, "my wife was mad that she had to play along with this ruse." And she was like, "I told my daughter that I had a pretend boo boo, and she went and told her kindergarten teacher. So we had to basically like swear this teacher the secrecy, bro. We was like, luckily she didn't go to the dirt sheets or whatever, and we was able to keep it all a secret." And so he was like, "Yeah, yeah, they calling it like the ruse of the year, but yeah, it
That's rich.
yeah."
That's
So
very rich, bro.
it was crazy because you know me, I'm behind the scenes guy, so I'm watching Wrestle Talk and everything. And so what they heard was that Dave Meltzer only heard one person that said that it was a work, like that they knew that like basically everybody else thought it was real. But there was one person reporting that it was a work, like they was planned for him to do this injury spot. But it still never really came out. Like nobody was really sure, like, is it? Everybody was kind of speculating that it could be, but it still worked out. Like it was one of those, like, the Triple H thing. Cause like Triple H, one of the other things he did before was where he had Kevin Owens beat up uh Cody Rhodes, but it was fan footage. Like there was no WWE cameras, but they knew that fans was leaving the arena, and so they could see them down there talking about Cody's bus and Kevin Owens beat him up, and they planned it like that. All of that's in the Unreal doc, and so Triple H has been constantly trying to do stuff like that to where kind of leaning more toward the realism stuff a little bit. But night two, so I don't know if you knew, but John Cena was back to being a baby face. So
No, no, I
yes,
didn't know that.
okay. So on SmackDown, uh, he basically was like, "Listen, I'm not fighting you at SummerSlam. I'm tired. I'm not doing it. Like, I'm sorry that you want to fight me." And so Cody beat him up, and while he was unconscious, he made him sign the contract. And so now this is SmackDown before the show, before SummerSlam, and Cena came out there. He said, "Man, listen." He said, "You lit a fire up under me." He said, "You reminded me what's up. Like, yeah, like you said you wanted to fight the real Cena. You don't want this, heel Cena, whatever you want to call it." He was like, "Listen, I know I've been on some BS," and he was like, I kind of forgot about the whole uh hustle, loyalty, respect." He said, "So you want to fight the best, I'm gonna give you the best of me." So it was dope how they set it up because Cody came out first. So then Cena, when he's been coming out new, he's been had the black Tron, like no lights. It's just a plain John Cena white. He's wearing the belt backwards. You know what I'm saying? He ain't running to the ring. He walking the whole deal. So they started out when the John Cena music hit. It was still the black and white with no colors. And then when the beat kicked in, all the colors came. And bro, the crowd was just litty, bro. I'm talking, it was so loud. They was booing Cody during the match, bro. This was John Cena's best match since he's been back. Like he looked like the old Cena. Like they was doing because it was a street fight. and they
Yeah.
was pulling it all, and and um Cody was doing some healer stuff. Like he had at one point took the whole he had took the buckle off and was beating Cena with it like that. So he ends up winning the match. Cody ends up winning the belt. So of course, they do the whole respect thing, shaking hands, like hey, he the dude. So, you know, he runs off. And so it's just Cena in the ring, and they like, thank you, Cena. Like he's doing the wave, what I'm saying, doing
So
his
when is it? His last is in October, right?
December.
December. Okay, so it's all the way through the end of the year.
Yeah, yeah. So he's, doing because this is his final SummerSlam. So he's just and it's probably his final time in that city in New York.
Yeah.
So he's, doing the bow, doing his thing, bro. All of a sudden that boy Brock Lesnar's music hit, bro. And he come on down there. And Brock, he got on like a vest, he got on a hat, hair looking cold. He chilling, he's standing outside the ring. He takes his vest off. He's still just standing there, ain't doing nothing. Finally, he takes his hat off, jumps in the ring, and F5s the boy Cena and left him there. But so that's a big controversy because the reason why Brock has been removed from everything WWE because of the Janelle Grant case, whoop de whoop de whoop. And so right after he debuted, her legal team was like, "Y'all gonna regret doing this, putting that y'all done made a mistake by putting that boy back out there. You don't know what's popping." Like, yeah, all right. So yeah, but I mean, SummerSlam felt dope. Like they had some good matches. There were some whack matches, but like the tag team match, the tables, ladders, and chairs tag team match, cold, cold.
Mm.
You had a tag team. I didn't even know who they were. Your boy Ray Phoenix was in it. Uh, Him and
It
Andrade
seemed
was.
like he would do something dope.
He did something dope. He did something dope. There was a how because the belts are hanging up, right? This fool did something to where he ran and jumped up on the shoulders of Andrade and touched the belts. It was so dope, bro. It looked like he was about to pull them joints down. The boy Tommaso Ciampa was hanging up from the belts, bro, and they had brought the ladder up, and he swung his legs up, and so then Johnny Gargano did something, and then finally was able to get the ladder back, and that boy Montez Ford had popped up on top of the ladder. I mean, they did some dope
Listen,
stuff.
let me tell you this. You just brought us something. You bring up two people that I still think very underused. I think Thomas Champa, I thought he was so dope. Like to
Yeah.
me, he looks like a classic villain, right? And I remember when he was in NXT, he was like that. He was like to me, he was like one of the first real villains, right? But then I still wonder when this boy how much longer is Montez Ford gonna be on the tag team? Because he's to me seems like he is a solo to me, bro.
I mean, I just know Dawkins is his boy, bro. But what's crazy, you wouldn't even recognize Tommaso Ciampa right now, bro, because his beard is lower. He got the Saturn beard now, and it feels like since he cut his beard, he's even more cut up, bro. Like he is
Yeah, he's real.
ripped. He is
Yeah,
ripped,
yeah.
bro. Yeah. So yeah, but they had a new tag team, and they are like when because it Bray Wyatt, I mean Wade Barrett was like, "Yo, this is the fastest tag team I've ever seen in my life," and was not he was not underestimating that. Like
Hold on, who? Wade
Wade
Barrett,
Barrett,
who's the fastest?
he's this new tag team. I forgot what they call. I don't even know who this team was. I've never seen them before, but
Yo,
they are quick.
Champa looks cut up more because it looks like he cut his chest hair off, bro. Yeah,
Yeah,
that boy, he looks cold to me though, bro.
yeah. He ripped. DIY is they tag team name.
I've heard DIY before.
Yeah, that's the
DIY didn't they come from
NXT.
maybe that's
See,
what it is
this
though.
see
Yeah.
what it was. They tried to trick us, like they tried to make it seem like the NXT was not connected to the main roster verse, right? Because on NXT, Tommaso Ciampa and Johnny Gargano was fighting. They were going after the
Yeah,
belt, having these classic matches against one another.
yeah, yeah,
But
yeah.
then they were also on the main roster as DIY, as the tag team, going after the tag team championship. And they was trying to pretend like the NXT wasn't in the same multiverse as the main roster. I said, y'all boys is tripping. Like you trying to say, like you just saying the main roster is a whole different universe, bro. Don't pay attention to
No
what we
way.
do to NXT. That's exactly what they was doing, bro. When they because
Whole
they
different trademark. Didn't
whole
matter,
different
huh?
trademark. It was like if they own WWE TV, nah, they a tag team. But on NXT, they the boys over there fighting to the death over there. Like it was
That is
crazy.
insane, man.
But
No,
no,
that's I'm excited to watch it though, man. Like I said, I definitely I wanna see it all the way through. But I gotta watch it before I watch Raw. And I didn't get a chance to watch Raw yesterday. So that's why I was like, I didn't get a chance to, even if I did, I wasn't gonna watch it until I saw it though.
yeah. It
Yeah.
was your girl's best match. Jade Cargill. It was her
Oh
best
yeah?
match. Yeah, yeah. Because I mean, here's the thing. While I think she is a star, right? Clearly, she looks like a star, but you can tell that she still is a little behind on the wrestling. And that's no disrespect to her. I think the people that she works with are all doing an incredible job to try to catch her up or to make her look good. And I thought that Tiffany Stratton did an amazing job on making it feel better. You can
Hmm.
still see some stuff, but I'm saying for the most part, it was clearly her best match though.
I saw that they still got Naomi out there doing her thing, and I like this version of Naomi as a heel anyway. This
Yeah,
version of her as a heel, I think it's real dope. I
yeah.
thought, listen, I thought, WWE, they will always have Charlotte waiting behind the shadows to go ahead. I thought they was gonna Charlotte her though, bro.
No, no, no. Charlotte, and Alexa Bliss were going after the tag championship. I told you they like, and it was the best move for her because when Charlotte came back, they was trying to force her down your throat because again, she won the Royal Rumble, and they was having her on that run, and they were
Yeah.
booing the crap out of her. Like they were not
Mm.
rocking with her. The moment they put her with Alexa Bliss, the biggest pop in the building, bro. Like
Yeah.
so she been killing it. But like I said, a bunch of good matches. They did like a little throwback to the Eddie Guerrero and Rey Mysterio match because what's my boy AJ Styles and Dominic Mysterio fought for a belt. Uh,
Mm.
and then the Roman Reigns and Jey Uso match with against the cronies for Seth Rollins. That
Yeah.
was yeah, that was a decent match too.
All them boys, the cronies. I saw something that they're gonna be called the Vision.
Yeah, the Vision. I saw that.
I
Yeah.
think that's so whack. I think that like you mean to tell me that's all creative could come up with. Like I
They
bet
did, but that's
somebody
the
said,
thing.
guess what they're gonna be called. You ready for this?
The Visionary
The Vision.
and the
That's
Vision.
point.
The
That's
Visionary and the Vision.
no, that's whack. It's whack. It's so whack to me.
Yeah. Nah, but
But listen, you brought up Dom. I thought Dom was whack, and
crowd love
he ain't never been more popular though, bro.
the crowd loves Don, bro. And this is what's crazy. So WWE recently partnered with AAA, which is like the all Mexican wrestling squad. That's where
Mhm.
Vikingo is at. The dude,
Uh,
you do know Vikingo from AEW. He's the dude. We always called him like the Viking, the dude with the black hair that be doing all the.
Yeah, yes, yes,
Yeah,
yes.
he's signed with AAA. Well, also, your boy, oh my gosh, El Patron is his name now. We knew him as
Alberto Del Rio.
Alberto Del Rio. He was with AAA, and so that's a bad. They you remember he had the grape allegations against uh uh what's my girl Paige.
Yo. Okay, so listen. If you bring him back or you are affiliated with him as well, do you kind of believe his story then?
Listen, they already fixed it. He had a career match, like when you whoever lose their career over. and he lost that, so he done. He already done. So they didn't
Oh,
exit
he's
him.
already been wrote off. They wrote him off.
They didn't wrote him off already.
Dang.
Yeah,
Okay.
because I mean, basically, because all the AAA wrestlers are basically had to sign TKO contracts. Like, so once they once the TKO acquired them, then they signed the TKO contracts, and I'm sure that was like, we're gonna have to let him
Man,
go.
that's crazy, bro. Dang.
Yeah, but
Didn't
no,
he go to AEW at some point?
who?
Alberto Del Rio.
No, Andrade did, but
Andrade did,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Because at one point they was gonna bring that boy Flair over there, Ric Flair, but then that behind the dark side of the ring thing came out right when he was supposed to go over there, and they had the 86 that quick. They had already brought like his energy drink over there because they had the Woo energy
Yeah.
drinks. That was a sponsor for AEW at a point, and then that dark side of the ring thing came out right when he was gonna come out there with Andrade, and he was gonna be like his manager, and they was like, "Eek."
Dang.
Yep,
Hey man, that pass is catching up with these boys though, man.
I see, man, I see.
It's coming to light. Because I mean, I've seen more people talk about Ultimate Warrior,
Hmm.
talking about how racist he was, statements and all. Like, yeah, you got like people that stuff is really, really coming back though, man.
That's why it's such a big deal that Cena won 17 before he got out, because at least that's in the books now, and quote unquote, Cena's kind of been very squeaky clean. Uh,
Yeah, yeah,
and obviously he has to be because he's still very much active now in a different space.